Hello everyone. So in the series of discussing about elements of integrated marketing communication, we'll start discussion about the different components or the elements of integrated marketing communication. And in this discussion, we'll start with the discussion about advertising as a element or the component or the tool of integrated marketing communication. So we'll talk about advertising. Now, what do you mean by advertising? Discussing about advertising, along with the advertising, we'll talk about other concepts of or the other elements of communication mix like sales promotion, publicity and public relations, personal selling, direct marketing, and we'll also talk about interactive or internet marketing, which is also known as digital marketing. But we'll start with advertising, and then in the other lectures we'll talk about other tools or the other elements of communication mix. So we'll talk about advertising as a element or the method of promotion mix or the component of communication mix. Now let's quickly talk about different tools or the important tools or the elements of communication mix like advertising, sales promotion, public relations, personal selling, direct marketing, and interactive or internet marketing. So what is advertising? Advertising is a any paid form of non-personal presentation by an identified sponsor. Second, sales promotion. So it is a short-term incentives to trial, encourage trial or purchase. So short-term incentives to encourage trial or purchase. Okay. Public relation is protect and or promote company's image or product. So basically public relation is or the publicity is about developing or creating the company's image or the brand image. Personal selling, it is personal presentations by the sales executive. It is like making sales call or present personal presentations to the customers, to the client. And fifth is direct marketing. So direct communication with the individuals or to obtain immediate response. So direct marketing is the direct communication or the contact with the consumers, customers. And then we have sixth component or the tool, which is interactive or internet marketing. So interactive or internet involves the communication or the involvement with the customer directly. It is like somewhat related to direct marketing, but not exactly same. It is customer centric strategy using two-way communication. So when we talk about interactive or interactive internet marketing, then we establish or we as a marketer we try to establish direct contact with the consumer or the customer. It is a two-way communication. Instantly we can get the feedback from the customers, consumers also. It's not a one-way communication, it's a two-way communication. Now while proceeding further, let's quickly talk about the difference between the media and advertising. Both of these terms look similar, but they are different. They are not same. Now let's talk about media. So media is what? It is the platform, the systems and channels used to disseminate information and content to the mass audience. Okay, it is a tool or it is a channel to communicate or to disseminate information and content to the mass audience. Now what platform we can use for this? We can use television, radio, newspaper, magazines, billboards, websites, social media platform commonly used like Facebook, Instagram, okay, and LinkedIn also obviously, and podcasts, etc. So these are the platforms which are used to communicate. Okay, what is the role of the media now? To connect people and share information. It's the infrastructure for communication. So this is about the media. Now let's quickly talk about advertising so that we can differentiate between the media and advertising. Now advertising is a form of promotion where a company pays for space or time to deliver a persuasive message about its offering. Okay, for examples, a TV commercial advertisement, a sponsored post on Instagram, a banner ad, or a website, a radio jingle, or a print ad in a magazine. These are some examples of advertising. What is the role of advertising? To raise awareness, build brand image, and drive sales by communicating specific benefits to the customers. Now, what is the difference between media and advertising? So we have talked about media and advertising. Both look similar, but they are different. They are not same. Now let's talk about the key difference. So when you talk about the key difference, so differences in for let's talk about the media. Now media is the where means the platform, and advertising is the what means the paid message, and how the campaign or the strategy. So when we talk about media, it talks about the where, and advertising is related to what and how. So this is about media and advertising. Now let's start with the advertising. So on your screen you can see a graphic. So this can explain the meaning of advertising. You will have an idea what is all this advertising about. Moving ahead, when we talk about advertising, so this is derived from the term adverto. Now what is this adverto? Adverto means to turn attention towards a specific thing. Okay, so objective of the attention advertising is to get the attention, turning attention of the people towards product, services, ideas by identified sponsor. So in case of advertising, there is a identified sponsor. So identified sponsor. Okay. So what we do, we create awareness using mass communication. And whom we target? We target a audience. So audience is required. Audience has to be there. And objective is to create awareness. And what we do, we create a mass communication. So this is about the meaning of advertising. Now, as per American Marketing Association, advertising is a any paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods, and services by a by an identified sponsor. The sponsor is identified. Okay, and what we do, we promote or we present about ideas, goods, and services. Now on your screen you can see on the left side bottom there is a advertisement, example of advertisement. It's a example of outdoor advertising or transit advertising. Now when we talk like in Hindi language, Indian Hindi language, what is written? It is written प्रचार नहीं तो व्यापार नहीं. What does this mean? This mean without advertising no business. So for a business, advertising is required. If you want to gain or grow your business, you must advertise. Okay, let's move ahead. So advertising is paid form of non-personal communication. Okay, the communication is not personal, it is non-personal. Non-personal about the organization, product, service, or idea by a identified sponsor. No feedback from audience. Okay. Third is it is one way. No feedback from audience means it is one way. Now next point is important for products and services aimed at mass consumer market. Okay, it is directed towards mass consumer markets, and obviously if you are targeting a large audience, so the cost may be controlled. It is cost effective. Now some more features. It is paid announcement, one way communication, personal or non-personal, promotional tool. It is a yes, it helps in promotion. Wide applicability. There are so many applications, and this advertising is widely applicable. Use of media, different types of media may be used. Media are used. Differences difference in objective. There are different objectives that we can achieve with the help of advertising. So it is non-personal, paid form, visual, spoken or written, disseminate information, persuades to buy, supplements the voice and personality of individual salesmen. Yes, It supplements the voice and personality of the individual salesman, helps in positioning the product. Now let's quickly talk about the different objectives of the advertising. What are the core objectives, important objectives? There are three categories. Advertising is informative, persuasive, reminder also. It gives reminder to the audience also. So informative means telling the market about the new product. Second point, informing about functioning, price changes, suggesting new uses, and primary primarily uses used in introduction stage of the product. So when we want to launch a product, then the advertising becomes very important. Marketer has to advertise to create awareness when the product is newly launched in the market. And if, let us say, if our objective is persuasive, then it is what? It is like building brand preferences, brand switching, important when competition increases. Okay, if you are facing competition, then you have to focus on persuasive advertising. Also, sometimes it turns to be comparative advertising. Okay, we have to compare our product or the brand with the competitors brand and services. So it is like comparative advertising. We are talking about persuasive objective. Third objective could be reminding or reminder. Let us say if our product is into maturity stage of the product life cycle, then we need to remind our audience that yes, our product is still good, our services are still better. So in that case, the objective may be different. Also, to maintain customer relationship, to keep customers thinking about our product even during the off season. Like sometimes product, we may not be, as a marketer, we may not be getting same sales throughout the season, throughout the year. Sometimes we get good sales, sometimes we our sales are less or down. So that is off season. So during that time, if we keep on advertising, then this will give a support to our sales. Money spent on advertising is an investment. Yes, money spent on advertising is not a wastage. As a marketer, if you are spending money on advertising, maybe in the near future, this will help us. This will give us some results. Which ultimately, advertising is creating an impact on the audience. Now, depending upon the type of objective, the impact may be different. Now, let's talk about the manufacturer. For example, manufacturer, if we are focusing as a marketer on the manufacturer, then what it could be our objective? Our objective could be to increase the sales, to get an entry into the new market, maintain existing market sales or market share, creates reputation or the brand image, success in the competition or to handle the competition. So this is about manufacturers. And let us say if we are targeting or focusing on resellers or the trade partners, then to objective could be to attract more customers, to increase in turnover of the sales or the business, reduces the burden of the middleman, or middlemen are like the trade partners. They may be like dealer, distributor, wholesaler, C&F, retailer, etc. This increases the prestige of the store or the outlet also. Okay. Now looking or focusing at the consumer, what could be our objective? So objective may be to educate the consumers or the customers, improvement of the standard of the living of the consumer, end user or the customers. Comparative study is also possible. Connecting the link with the consumer or the customer. So these are the different level or the different category. If we target our communication or the advertising objective on the basis of manufacturer, resellers and consumer. So money spent on advertising is not a waste, it is an investment. Now advertising is wasteful or disadvantage. This is what exactly we were trying to discuss in the previous slide. So advertisements are criticized on economic or social or the ethical grounds also. Sometimes it is unproductive also. This adds to cost of the goods. Yes, the cost will definitely increase if you are spending money on the advertisement. Ultimately, it will be a component, additional component to the product, goods or services. This creates monopoly. Monopoly means if you are spending too much money, somebody may be, other competitor may not be having too much of budget, or competitor may not be spending money. Yes, then in that case, the person or the marketer who's spending money too much or advertising may create a monopoly. Misrepresentation of the facts. Yes, sometimes the facts or the information presented through the advertisement may not be correct, may not be reliable. Social evil. Yeah, it's like a social evil. We spend too much money, and with the help of the money or the spend or the advertisement, we can create or some different perception, or we can create a hype about our product and services. And sometimes this may lead to moral degradation also. So that is the reason advertisement sometimes it is also called as or known as a wasteful or disadvantage. Factors affecting the selection of advertising media. Now let's quickly talk about the different factors that affect how do we select the advertising media. For example, type of the product. The product may be consumer oriented or the consumer targeted, or maybe it is industrial also. Industrial product, or the B2B category or B2C category. B2C category is the consumer oriented, and industrial means B2B. So depending on the type of the product, the advertising media selection may be different. And yes, second point is type of strategy, maybe push strategy or pull strategy. This we have already covered in other video. So depending upon the type of strategy, the selection would be different. Buyer readiness or the buyer's knowledge or the buyer's capacity also matters a lot for selecting the advertising media, so that buyer will pay attention towards our advertisement. Fourth is product life cycle stage. Like as we all know, there are different stages like innovation or the introduction stage. Okay, first stage, growth, maturity, decline. So depending upon the product life cycle stage, the strategy or the selection of the advertising media would be different. Now last one, fifth one is brand image or ranking. So depending upon the brand image in the market, we need to select different types of advertising media. So now after discussing the factors affecting the selection of advertising media, now we'll talk about different types of classification or types of advertising. Now there could be different classification. Different authors have presented different classification. So we'll try to discuss some of them. Now on the basis of geographical spread. Second classification may be on the basis of target group. Third classification may include other broad categories. So on the basis of geographic spread, this may include national advertising, local or retail advertising, and international advertising. So these are the three types of advertising based upon geographic spread. On the basis of target group, we can discuss about consumer, industrial, trade, and professional. So the different types of classification or the types of classification may be on the basis of target group also. So target may be like if we talk about B2C or B2B. So when we talk about B2B, then it may be industrial advertising. And when we talk about B2C, this may include consumer advertising, even trade advertising also. And we have one more category of professional advertising. Now, third category that may include broad category like surrogate advertising, service advertising, institutional or corporate advertising, public services, primary and selective demand, and classified advertising. So these could be the different classification. We can have some more classification. So in the previous slide, we talked about B2C category also. So when we talk about B2C category, then this consumer advertising may have different criteria or different bases like national advertising, retail or local advertising, primary versus selective demand advertising. And second category may include organization based advertising, or that may include B2B advertising. B2B advertising, professional advertising, and trade advertising. So these are the two common forms of advertising: consumer advertising and organizational advertising. Now, while talking about the advertising classifications or advertising types, On the basis of mode of advertising, we can talk about conventional advertising and digital advertising. So conventional advertising or traditional advertising includes traditional method like print advertising, billboards, which is a part of or a like example of outdoor advertising, cold calling, making calls to the customers or the prospective customers or the client, radio advertising, television advertising, social media advertising, now which is has taken which has been replaced by new media advertising. So traditional method was social media advertising, email advertising, search and display advertising, mobile advertising, and pop-ups as a type of advertising. So now out of these, social media advertising, email advertising, search and display advertising, mobile advertising, and pop-ups. All these are the example of digital advertising. And conventional includes only print advertising, billboards, cold calling, radio advertising, television. So these were the conventional. And digital advertising or the modern advertising includes social media, email, search engine optimization, search and display advertising, mobile advertising, and pop-ups. So these are the different types of advertising on the basis of or the mode of advertising. There are some more classifications. The classification may be done on the basis of online as well as offline. So online advertising includes display enriched media, search engine marketing, email marketing, social media marketing, video advertising. So these are the different methods of the advertising done through online mode, online media. And in case of offline media or offline advertising, this includes traditional advertising method from print media, broadcast media, which includes radio and television. In print media, examples like newspapers, hoardings, or even advertising done at the transit vehicles like bus or any other mode of mass rapid transport, and even like bus stops, shelters, etc. also. So these are the advertising types of advertising on the basis of presence. Now let's talk about some more advertising media methods or the types. There are six broad categories, which includes press advertising or press, outdoor advertising, mail advertising, entertainment advertising, promotional advertising, and specialty advertising. So let's talk about these six methods in detail, or these are the popular categories of types of advertising media. We'll start with press advertising. Now, press advertising refers to the print media or the press media, popularly known as press media. It can be divided into broadly two categories or two parts like newspaper. Second category includes magazines and journal. Different types of magazine on the basis of different audience interests and reading habits. And then journal may be again of from they may be from different categories. But altogether we can combine them in a single category. So magazine and journal in a category, and we have one more category which includes newspaper. So newspaper may be regional newspaper may be vernacular language, newspaper may be in different available in different languages. So there are two types. Newspaper is first category, second is new magazines and journal. So these are part of or example of press advertising. So press advertising is like placing paid messages in print publications, primarily newspapers and magazines or journal also, to reach the targeted audience. The core types of press advertisement includes advertiser choose format based on their budget and business goals. Okay, so this may includes examples like classified ads, display ads, advertorial, and inserts. So these are the different types of advertising or press advertisement. In classified ad, small text only advertisement grouped by category These are the small text only advertisement grouped by category. For example, job related, property related, or matrimony related. They are very affordable option, and like very available in very reasonable price, maybe 250 rupees Indian currency and to 500 rupees, depending upon the reach, depending upon the circulation, depending upon the language of the newspaper or the edition of the newspaper. Second is display advertisement, display ads. These are visually rich ads that includes images, logos, and custom design. These appear alongside editorial content, okay, and are priced by size. So size of the advertisement depending maybe like per square centimeter, something like that. So depending upon they are priced as per the size of the content. Then we have advertorials. Advertorials are the paid content designed to look and feel like a regular news article. So they are similar to the regular news article. These are effective for storytelling or detailed product explanations. These days, these editorials are very popular. So with the help of a content or a story, they can be used, like the content may be used to publicize or to advertise the message of the advertiser to the audience. And we have one more category, inserts. Inserts are the standalone promotional materials such as coupon, flyers placed inside the publication for readers to remove and keep. These inserts are very popular these days, even in the newspaper. The newspaper delivery hawkers and vendors, they are very like motivated to uh, use or these techniques or to put up the inserts in the newspaper, so that they can earn additional income also, and at the same time the objective of the advertiser is also fulfilled. The reach is more. Instead of placing advertisement in the newspaper or the magazine, the insets are very useful because they are like very affordable also, and the reach is also very maximum. And the hawker and vendor also, they are also very keen to put these inserts in the newspaper and magazines. So in press advertising, we talked about different types or different core types of the press advertisement, like classified ads, display ads, advertorials, and inserts. Let's talk about outdoor advertising. So on the screen you can see there are some examples. Outdoor advertising may include poster advertising boards, vehicle advertising or vehicular advertising, or transit advertising, electric display and signs also, sky advertising, sandwich man, stickers, painted advertising. So these are the different types of outdoor advertising. We'll talk about this in detail. So outdoor advertising is also known as mural advertising or outdoor media. Now it is the oldest form of advertising and still popular today. It reaches the audience when they are outdoor, contradictory to the press advertising. So this is much different from the press advertising, and somebody is traveling or somebody is out of home or out of office or during the transit. These advertisement become very effective and useful. This may include examples like posters, advertising boards, painted display, electric display, neon signs, glow signs, handbills, stickers, and sky advertising. Sky advertising may include smoke balloon, laser lights, etc. There are some examples on the screen. You can see examples of the outdoor advertising. Vehicular advertising or transit advertising. Some more examples: balloon advertising, bus stop shelters, inflatable displays, point of sale displays, mall or airport advertising, even tricycle or vehicular advertising. These are the examples or types of outdoor advertising. Third category is mail advertising. It refers to the use of mails to reach the pre-selected individuals, pre-decided individuals, or predefined target audience. It is also known as direct advertising. So direct advertising and mail advertising are similar. This includes sales letter, personal letters, business reply cards, booklets, catalogs, brochures, organizational publications. And this sends physical promotional material such as postcard, catalog, brochures, or letters directly to the target audience's home or business addresses. It is an effective, tangible, and highly customizable offline marketing method. So it is an offline marketing method that can boost high response rate in terms of the sales, and when paired with digital efforts can significantly improve customer engagement and return on investment. So this helps in retaining the customer or getting new customers also, and increases the response rate. This sends physical emotional material such as postcard, catalogs, brochures, or letter directly to the targeted audience residents or business addresses. Fourth category is entertainment advertising. Okay, so this is done with the help of some media, popular media like radio, television, movies or films, concerts, shows, event. So entertainment advertising blends marketing with content to create engaging, often non-disruptive campaign that drive awareness and ticket or service sales. Key strategies includes product placement, influencer partnership, and interactive content-driven ads that foster long-term audience engagement. So in advertising specialized field focused on promoting experiences such as movies, TV shows, concerts, and video games, or using entertainment content to promote brands. So this is about entertainment advertising. Now fifth category, fifth category is promotional advertising. It is also called as display advertising or promotional advertising. The products are shown in the systematic manner. For this may includes window display, interior display, showroom display, also showcases, exhibition and fairs. So this uses paid media to deliver a short-term incentive, driving immediate consumer action. So objective is to get the immediate action from the consumer. So this is a paid media to deliver a short-term incentive, driving immediate consumer action. These ads often feature incentives like discounts, coupons, or in the case of social media, promoted posts designed to amplify reach and engagement. So this helps in increasing the reach and engagement with the customer, with the audience. Sixth type or sixth category is specialty advertising. This includes novelty gifts, or like sometimes gifts given during the festival occasions and all, during the special events occasions. Second is samples for trial or free samples. Third part of this specialty advertising is gift coupon. Fourth one is trade show. So this specialty advertising, or also known as promotional merchandising, is a direct marketing method, direct approach that utilizes useful imprinted imprinted items such as pen, mugs, apparels or calendars given away for a free to build brand awareness and foster customer loyalty and boost visibility. So this helps in boosting up the customer loyalty and boosting the visibility. So we talked about advertising and different types of advertising, classification of advertising in detail. Now in other videos, we'll talk about other elements of communication mix or the promotional mix like sales promotion, publicity, public relation, personal selling, direct marketing, and interactive or internet marketing, which is also known as digital marketing. So I hope this video or this lecture about the advertising and different types of advertising as an element of communication mix was very useful for you. Thank you so much.